As the first Asian and Filipino competitor to win The Voice USA, Filipino singer Sofronio Vasquez has created history. After weeks of outstanding efforts, he finally won. Vasquez thanked his fans on social media after making it to the top 5, writing, "Thank you so much to my Filipinos everywhere and in America who gave so much love and support." When Vasquez joined Team Buble, his stage presence and vocal ability were instantly apparent, indicating that he was a formidable competitor. Vasquez's performances throughout the season continued to motivate his fellow competitors as well as domestic viewers. He gave a stirring performance of "A Million Dreams" in the grand finale, encapsulating the song's themes of aspiration and optimism as he set out to become the next winner. His rendition of Ja's "Unstoppable," a suitable anthem that demonstrated his tenacity and resolve after competing in Tawagang Tangalan in the Philippines, was another noteworthy moment. Danny Joseph finished in 4th position, and Jeremy Beloit took 5th. Shai finished 2nd in the season-long competition, while Sydney Sturlas took 3rd. Vasquez repeatedly shown his unstoppable abilities by overcoming numerous obstacles in the competition, which was decided by online voting. Vasquez's experience on The Voice demonstrates that everyone is just steered to the correct route and that dreams do come true. With his recording contract and $100,000 grand prize, his future is bright. There has always been a lot of excitement, unadulterated talent, and fascinating tales in the world of music competitions. However, occasionally a competitor stands out who not only makes history with their voice but also enthralls listeners. Sofronio Vasquez, the formidable voice and the first Asian to win The Voice, deserves that distinction this season. His narrative is not only one of musical achievement, it is also one of tenacity, culture, and shattering stereotypes on one of the most recognizable venues in entertainment. The adventure begins. The story of Sofronio Vasquez begins with modest beginnings. Although it wasn't always the main focus, music was always a part of his life because he was raised in a diligent household. Unaware that his voice could rock the world, Sofronio would sing at local community events, school competitions, and even family get-togethers, according to friends and family. He entered the stage with a modest confidence when he tried out for The Voice. The judges almost immediately turned their chairs as he sang the opening note. They were astounded by his emotional depth and genuineness in his performance as well as his vocal range. Sofronio became a popular show to watch after that. A season packed with difficulties. It's not an easy task to win The Voice. From blind auditions to combat rounds, knockouts, and live performances, contestants must endure grueling rounds. Sofronio Vasquez had to handle the burden of speaking for a whole town in addition to proving himself vocally. He had the burden of expectations as the first Asian competitor to advance this far. Sofronio acknowledged in interviews that he frequently worried about how people would see him. "I wanted to sing for everyone who has ever been told their dreams are too big, not just for myself," he said. Millions of people were moved by his tenacity, and each performance evolved from a song to a statement. He demonstrated his flexibility by performing heartfelt anthems, classic ballads, and even modern tunes. Sofronio demonstrated his ability to master any genre with a range of thunderous notes that rocked the stage and tender, heartbreaking melodies. Dismantling barriers and cultural representation, Sofronio's success has signaled a cultural shift in mainstream culture and representation matters. Asian musicians have always had difficulty becoming well-known in the Western music industry, frequently being ignored or stereotyped. That story was called into question by Sofronio's victory. His triumph was hailed by audiences worldwide as a landmark for musical diversity as well as a personal accomplishment. As supporters from Asia, America, and beyond rallied behind him, social media exploded with hashtags like #FirstAsianVoiceWinner and #TeamSofronio. Sofronio emphasized the importance of his triumph in his acceptance speech, saying, "This win is not just mine. It goes to all children who felt invisible as children and all singers who were told they didn't fit the mold. We are all entitled to the music. The connection with his coach. The relationship between competitors and their coaches is one of The Voice's most distinctive features. Sofronio picked his coach carefully. He was a mentor who supported his vision, challenged him, and urged him to use music to accept who he was. His coach gave him weekly instruction in narrative, stage presence, and technique. Their closeness was unquestionable by the end. Sofronio is one of the most talented artists I've ever worked with, the coach said with pride. He turns songs into experiences rather than merely singing them. The last performance, the finale night, was electrifying. Millions of people worldwide watched, and the venue was crowded with fans. Sofronio gave an amazing performance that blended vulnerability with unadulterated power. Audiences were moved to tears by his choice of song, an impassioned anthem of hope and resiliency. He received a standing ovation from the judges, one of whom said, "This isn't just a performance. History is being made here." The gathering exploded in applause when the host revealed his name as the winner. As confetti showered down, Sofronio, clearly overcome, covered his face with his hands and cried. The aftermath. A new chapter in Voice history. The Voice has already changed as a result of Sofronio's victory. For upcoming competitors who might have questioned their chances, he has created opportunities. According to industry experts, his breakthrough will push beyond long-standing restrictions and inspire other minority voices to appear on mainstream stages. This is only the beginning for Sofronio. He is positioned to become a worldwide music legend in addition to a reality TV champion, with recording deals and international tours in the works. In the hopes that it would capture the same emotional impact that earned him the title, fans anxiously await his debut album. Reactions of fans. The response from the fans has been nothing short of spectacular. Fans shared their gratitude, happiness, and pleasure in Sofronio's portrayal on social media. In particular, a lot of Asian fans talked about feeling acknowledged and noticed in a way they had never experienced before. Remarks like, "This victory is extremely meaningful to me as an Asian. I appreciate you demonstrating the importance of our voices, Sofronio. Music isn't the only thing here. Making history and shattering prejudices are the goals here. After this, The Voice will never be the same." His status as a well-liked character both inside and outside the competition has been solidified by the huge outpouring of support. Gazing ahead, what will happen to Sofronio Vasquez next? He has made references to leveraging his position to promote diversity and inclusion outside of the music business. Winning is great, but what happens next is more important. I want to make sure that everyone feels included in the story and utilize my voice to encourage others. Sofronio will undoubtedly continue to rise because of his talent, humility, and perseverance. His achievement is a cultural triumph that will motivate future generations, in addition to being a personal one. In conclusion, as the first Asian winner of The Voice, Sofronio Vasquez's triumph serves as a potent message that dreams are not limited. In addition to showcasing exceptional talent, his path has brought attention to the value of authenticity, resilience, and representation. Both viewers and other artists are left feeling motivated as this season comes to an end. In addition to winning a title, Sofronio created history, demonstrating that music is not limited by national boundaries, cultural norms, or expectations. And there's no doubt that the world will be paying attention when he starts the next phase of his career.